Good afternoon, Raiders hockey fans. Welcome to the Seven Chiefs Arena and the Tsuu Nation. The Raiders are hosting the Edmonton Pandas today, coming off a 3-2 overtime victory yesterday. Sidney Benko scoring the overtime winner just 50 seconds into overtime. Some audio issues today here in the rink, but hopefully the Wi-Fi will hold steady and we'll get going here in mere minutes. I want to give a big shout out to Brian Elliott, who just came out of the hospital from open heart surgery. I hope your zipper heals up very quickly and you get back on your feet soon enough. Hope everybody enjoys the broadcast, and we'll get going momentarily. Starting lineups for the Raiders, we got Klusen alongside Wilcher and Hobbs, Bandy and Elliott on D, Kieran in net. For the Pandas, Elise Higgins is in net, and I will get the rest of the lineup as I can. Nystrom, Himmer, no Canada today as we're down. Klusen settles in for the draw. Scramble face-off, Raiders control it. Bandy's got it. Tried to pass, deflected. Hobbs now gathers that loose puck up and taps it down the ice. In on the forechecks, Wilcher hard on the forecheck into the corner. Hobbs is down there as well, pokes the puck free. Pandas come away with the loose puck. Hobbs doing a good job of gathering up that loose puck. Hobbs takes up, comes back in, and they're calling icing on that play. Don't agree with that one, but it was right at center. Face off with 19:36 to go here in the first period, back in the Raider zone. No shot clock today either. Shand out to take the draw. Shand scrambles that one, but gets it with a second effort back behind the net where the Pandas take over. Comes back to the point. Raiders come away with a loose puck and they're out with numbers. Shand in. Taps it in, goes in. She's getting interfered with. No call. But they double down in the corner. Carlson has it. She's going to try and get it back to the point. Comes back. Goes DV for Skurfield. Skurfield with a slap shot. That's deflected wide. Goes into the corner. Kept in by Santos. Back behind the net. And on the forechecks, Shand, she forces it back the other direction. Carlson almost turned that puck over. Pandas trying again. They go back the other direction. Now Benko out there. Benko gathers up the loose puck. Carlson out there trying to poke that free, gets it to Benko. Benko tries to do a little dipsy doodle, kept in at the line by Santos, and finally the Pandas will escape the zone and they dump it down in deep, and that's going to be icing. Good shift by the Raiders. Big line comes out, Bandy, Benko, and McKibben. Trotter and Williams on D. No injuries today for the Raiders. Big face-off win back to Trotter. Trotter dumps it back in behind the net for Bandy. Bandy leaves it there for McKibben. Benko couldn't gather that one up and out skates the Pandas. The Pandas a long stretch pass, tipped, so there's no icing, and Trotter's going to have to be there to gather up that loose puck. She puts it up the board for Bandy. Bandy skates out of the zone, gets it to the line, but Benko runs into a wall, and that's interference there, no call. Comes right in, Kieran can't make the stop off a page that got set up by a pick play right at the line. Don't know how the ref missed that one, but picked off Trotter and she wasn't able to be in position. And the 18-13, the Raiders go down 1-0. Benko runs into a wall, and that's interference there, no call. Comes right in, Kieran can't make the stop off a page that got set up by a pick play right at the line. Don't know how the ref missed that one, but picked off Trotter and she wasn't able to be in position. And the 18-13, the Raiders in a 1-0 hold. Reed now gathers it up for the Pandas. She enters the zone, but that's offside as she bobbled the puck at the line. Robbie gets that draw again. Raiders chip it up, go down. That's going to be icing. Boards are pretty lively here at the Seven Chiefs Center. That one normally in the Scott Seaman would not have led to an icing. Brand new rink. Boards are going to be pretty good here. And we'll get back in on the face-off. Welby settles in to take this draw. She's in there against, looks like Hempel. Face-off draw gets scrambled. The Raiders got out of control behind the net. Borbandi gets it over to Elliott. Elliott chips it up, can't get it out. But a good second effort by Croson gets that one out. Or Matthews. Matthews now has it at center, and she taps that one up. Elliott not able to get a handle on it, but she dumps it in deep. And Kaylee goes in on the forecheck. Kay forces it up the boards. Croson there. Puck comes down deep. And Bourbandi's got control of it back in her own zone. Long stretch pass. Hits Wiltshire. Wiltshire taps it in. Hits Croson. Croson tapped it into the corner. Throws it out in front. Looking for Hobbs. Hobbs gets it to Croson. Croson can't gather that loose puck up. And the Pandas get the line, but not out. Jarvis now comes in. Croson giving her some trouble. Good check there. Shot comes in. Kieran gloves that. Holds on for a whistle with 17:04 to go. Second shot of the game for the Pandas. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Can't let them go right down into the slot like that and have all day to shoot either. Pedham Shandon to take the draw for the Raiders. I'll kick her out. Wow, not kicking her out on that. That's a blatant cheat. Still lost the faceoff versus Pedham Shandon. She's been dynamite on the faceoff this year. Continues to do so. Croson dumps that behind for Scurfield. Scurfield now with some speed. Dumps it up. Gets the line but not out. Good second effort there by Ingram, but the Pandas control the puck on the boards. Scurfield has it. She's going to go back behind the net for Santos. Santos gathers up that puck, puts it back to Scurfield. Scurfield's going to turn the other direction. Scurfield gets it up, hits Ingram. Ingram loses the handle on that puck. Raiders a little bit unorganized in their own zone. Scurfield turns against some pressure, dumps it up on the boards, and Ingram's got it. Ingram throws one into the middle. That stays inside the line, and Reed dumps that back in deep. Pedham Shan. And Santos. Santos battling in the corner. Pandas come away with a loose puck. Pedham Shan there to cause some trouble. Santos there as well, and Pedham Shan's going to come away with a loose puck. She stops against some pressure, goes the other direction. Ingram there to help out. Pedham Shan does the smart thing and lobs that all the way down the ice. That's going to be icing. 15:54 to go here in the first period of play. 1-0 on the scoreboards in favor of the Pandas. Pandas coming off a 4-0 victory yesterday versus the Red Deer Chiefs. Raiders will look to take advantage of maybe the third game in 3 days for the Pandas. Raiders coming again off that overtime victory yesterday versus the Lloydminster Steelers. Lloydminster Steelers lost today, or put a little bit of a whipping on the fire today, 6-1. Icing coming up on the Raiders, 15:28 to go. A little bit of a sloppy shift there for Borbandi, and they're going to shift that one up. Welby's coming out alongside Kaylee and Matthews. Trotter and Williams on the tee. Jarvis out there, take this draw. Gets that draw. Oh, that's got to be a penalty too. No penalty on that. Wow. Refs put away the whistle here, it looks like. So let's see if the Raiders will step up their effort and step up their physical game a bit. They're letting the Pandas push us around a bit here in the early going. Trotter gathers that loose puck up. She's getting wrestled around. Puck comes down the ice. That looks like it's going to go right on net, so no icing. Higgins plays that. She shoots that to her defenseman. And on the forecheck is Matthews alongside Welby. Long stretch pass gets to center ice, and Borbandi gets it. She goes D-to-D for Elliott. Elliott loses the handle on it. And a good defensive play there by Borbandi to stop a good chance by the goal scorer, number 11. Looking for her second of the game already. Elliott puts a pass back to there, and Hobbs with the good hands puts that in deep, and she's going in on the chase. Comes back to the line. Elliott tries to throw it towards the net. Unable to do so. Borbandi wins the race to the loose puck. And again, she tries to kick that loose puck by. Kaylee gathers that, or Croson gathers that loose puck up. And the Raiders settle it out at their own blue line. They set it in. Wilcher dumps that one in deep, and in on the forecheck goes Klusen. Klusen and Hobbs in there. Hobbs gathers up the loose puck, has nobody at the line. Finally it comes back. Santos comes off the change. Hobbs in there, gathering up. Gets the loose puck back to the line. Shot comes through. Huggins with a pad save. First shot of the game for the Raiders. Santos gathers up the puck on a long stretch pass. Chips it over to a D partner. Dangerous pass up the middle. Comes back and Reed gathers it up. Shoots one wide. Skurfield gathers up. Dumps it back behind the net. Santos is going to turn and have a look. Chipped into the middle. Croson gathers that puck up. She shoots it in, and she's going out on the forecheck. Alongside Ingram. Ingram now in on the forecheck. Causing some trouble, but the Pandas skater skates away. Good poke check there by Penham Shan. Gathers up a loose puck, and Ingram's in there along the half boards. Comes back to line for Trotter. Puts it over. Williams now has it down deep. She throws one towards the net. That's blocked. And corralled by a Panda player, and she goes back behind her net. Settles up. Penham Shan in on the forecheck. Causes a little bit of a turnover. Raiders couldn't capitalize, and Pandas are going to try and get it out of their zone. They reverse, and Penham Shan now in on the forecheck. She's been great with her stick, keeping that puck in. Trotter now has it. She shoots. That was blocked and goes wide down behind the net. Trotter in on the forecheck. She gathers up that loose puck. Benko now has it. Benko looking for a pass out front. She's got traffic all around her, and the puck goes into the corner. Borbandy and Benko in there. Ref calling for them to move the puck. Finally comes out. Benko gets that loose puck, and Borbandy with a shot that goes wide. Benko gathers up a loose puck though, and she's going to come across. Look for a shot. That one spilled off into the corner. Shot back now. Benko gathers that puck back to the corner. Williams tips it. Tipped in front by the captain, Borbandy. That goes off into the corner. Borbandy gathers up that puck in the corner, throws it back behind the net. Benko now in on the forecheck. Great shift here by the top line for the Raiders. Borbandy in on this. Gets it right out in front. Loose. Scores! Benko gathers the loose puck up and puts it into the empty net. And we've got a tie game. Great shift and good puck pursuit led to a great chance out in front and a little bit of a spilled rebound, and Benko puts away the trash. Great shift here by the top line for the Raiders. Borbandy in on this. Gets it right out in front. Loose. Scores! Benko gathers the loose puck up and puts it into the empty net. And we've got a tie game. Great shift and good puck pursuit led to a great chance out in front and a little bit of a spilled rebound, and Benko puts away the trash. Raiders get control of that draw. Kaylee gets it back. Thrown up onto the boards though by Borbandy, and Elliott couldn't gather up that puck. Matthews gets it behind the net for Borbandy. Borbandy gathers it up. She's got time as there was an offside. Ooh, a little bit of a giveaway, and now it's a 2-0. Kieran in. And she makes a huge save. Big save by Kieran on the 2-0, and that kept this game tied. Now the Raiders go the other direction and have Matthews puts it up, deflected up and off the net. Huge save there by Kieran on the 2-0. Time as there was an offside. Ooh, a little bit of a giveaway, and now it's a 2-0. Kieran in. And she makes a huge save. Big save by Kieran on the 2-0, and that kept this game tied. Now the Raiders go the other direction and have Matthews puts it up, deflected up and off the net. Go back behind the net. Thrown up in the middle. That was dangerous to go up the middle, and the Raiders control that puck. Chipped up onto the half boards, and Hobbs has it. She throws that towards Wilcher. Wilcher chips it in, and she goes on the skate. Goes into the corner on the forecheck. Unable to get any traction there, but Klusen doggedly pursuing it and alongside Wilcher. Wilcher comes away with a loose puck. Drives to the net. Throws one towards the net. Another one right out in front. Oh, and Huggins with the big save to match Kieran's. Again, great pursuit into the corner by both Klusen and Wilcher. Got a puck free and got it to the net, and a good chance for the Raiders. Shots right now, I've got it 4-3 in favor of the Raiders. Klusen, Hobbs, and Wilcher stay out for this draw. Klusen scrambles the draw. Pandas get control though. They chip it up onto the half boards, and they're going to try and get it out. Hobbs though disrupts that play, and Klusen dumps it back in deep. Hobbs now in on the forecheck. 10:43 to go here in the first period. 1-1 on the scoreboard. A little bit of a spirited affair, and the Pandas come out. Good tip there by Skurfield. And Croson. Oh, Croson took a big hit. That's going to be a penalty right there all day, every day. That should be 4 minutes for head contact there. Fleming's going to the box for the Pandas. We'll see what that call gets. Calling it roughing. So it'll be a 2-minute penalty. I thought that was a head contact penalty for sure. With that, the first power play of the game go to the Raiders. And out comes Borbandi, Benko, and McKibben alongside Elliott and Abby Borbandi. Scramble draw onto the half boards. Borbandi comes up with a loose puck. She's there with Benko. Benko and Borbandi fishing for a loose puck in the corner here. Benko comes away with the puck. She throws it back. Borbandi has it. She goes back to Elliott. Elliott throws a long pass, very slow. Gets it to Borbandi. Borbandi hustled to grab that loose puck before it could go the other direction. Borbandi throws it through and scores! Power play goal! Looks like that was tipped in front, and the Raiders take a 2-1 lead with a power play goal. Throws a long pass, very slow. Gets it to Borbandi. Borbandi hustled to grab that loose puck before it could go the other direction. Borbandi throws it through and scores! Power play goal! Looks like that was tipped in front, and the Raiders take a 2-1 lead with a power play goal. With that, the Raiders take a 2-1 lead at 10:03. So, 2-1 lead so far. Williams dumps that in deep, and that's not going to be icing this time. The last time he called that was right on the line, and some good pursuit there by Ingram. Trotter pitches down, keeps it in. That goes inside the zone. So the Raiders go 1-for-1 on the power play, scoring early. Williams pinched down, and Croson's there. Comes to the line. Trotter's going to gather that puck up. Pedam Shen tips it up for Ingram. Ingram back into the center ice zone, and Reed now comes back in. She's got some time. Kieran easily blockers that into the corner, and Trotter's in there alongside Pedam Shen. It looks like they're going to hold it in along the boards here with 9:20 to go here in the first period of play. Puck comes free, comes back to the line, and Trotter tries to get it out again. Unable to do so, and they're going to tie it up again. And they're finally going to whistle this one down, and they're going to have a face-off in the Raiders zone with 9:08 to go here in the first period of play. Welby out to take the draw here. She settles in against Jarvis. Jarvis wins that one, gets it back to the point, goes back in behind the net. Scurfield's going back to gather that puck up. She chips it up to Kaylee. Kaylee battling hard in the corner, unable to get that loose puck, and it comes free, and Kaylee's now battling on the half-boards. Dumped back in behind the net. Santos goes back in. Scurfield and Santos both back behind the red line. That could be dangerous. Matthews gathers up the loose puck, though. She skates behind her net. Puts it up on the half-boards. Kaylee. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty there. Wow. No penalty on Matthews. That was... Yeah, that is a penalty.
I don't think so.
No?
They both hit. They both hit one another.
I could have sworn that was going to be a penalty for sure.
Call them both.
Panda's penalty isn't... Panda's coach isn't happy with that non-call, but I don't think the ref saw it the way that the coach would like. It was just a big collision between the two of them. And we'll have a face-off coming up in the Raiders zone with 8:35 to go. I thought that might have been a call on Matthews, but I couldn't see it cleanly. I couldn't tell whether they both just had their heads down. Face-off in the neutralized zone here. And we'll continue to play 5-on-5. 8:35 to go here in the first period of play. Welby out alongside Kaylee. This could be an interesting conversation. I don't think it's going to change anything at the moment, and we'll continue to play 5-on-5.
Both of each other.
Yeah. I thought they were both skating hard at each other, so Matthews was just bigger. Usually we get a penalty on those ones. Yeah. It was... Matthews was definitely involved there, and she stays out to take this. Matthews and Kaylee and Welby have to take this draw. Welby settles in after Consultation with the referee. Still a 2-1 game, and it's 5-on-5. Back behind the net goes Elliott. She goes into the corner. Can't catch up to that puck. Tips it back in behind the net. And Elliott's going to gather up a loose puck. She throws that one to her defense partner. And Welby's now in on this, trying to get that loose puck. Chip back in. Raiders get it to the line, but not out. Dump back in along the half boards. Comes right in. Kaylee's going to disrupt this one. She's tied up. And the goal scorer, number 11, gets it back to the point. Intercepted there. Good second effort by Welby to get that out, and she dumps that down the ice. That could have good draw weight. No icing. As they're waving that one off, and out comes a fresh set of troops for the Raiders. Klusen searching for that pass up the middle. Almost intercepted it. Wilcher bothering it. Gets dumped in deep, and Trotter now goes back on it. It's offside, so the Raiders have some time here. And they're going to skate it up. Klusen gathers the puck up. Gets bothered by a player, but dumps it into the neutralized zone. Williams gathers that loose puck up. She dumps it in deep, and in on the forecheck goes Hobbs and Wilcher. Hobbs first to the puck. She holds that one in. Wilcher pokes it free. Wilcher gets that one around the side. Now Klusen goes in on the forecheck. She disrupts that play and throws one towards net. Blocker aside by the goaltender. 7:07 to go here in the first period of play. 2-1 Raiders lead. Wilcher puts that one down into the corner, and the Raiders are going to go for a change. Good shift there by the Raiders. Kept that into the zone the whole time, and McKibben's going to gather up a loose puck after Skurfield stopped that play in the neutralized zone. She's going to look for a long stretch pass. Puts it up the middle, and that could be icing, but no icing as Benko won the race. She's got it in the corner. She's in there alongside Borbandi. Borbandi and Benko trying to get that puck free. Benko comes away with a loose puck like she does a lot of the time. Elliott with a slap shot, deflected in front by McKibben wide. Into the corner, the Raiders gather it up, and Benko loses the handle on it, unfortunately. Kept in at the line, though. Skurfield throws him back through traffic and backskate the Pandas. Pandas with numbers, through it, and that one could be icing, and it is. With that, 6:10 to go here in the first period of play. 2-1 on the scoreboard. Raiders lead. Pettem Shand out to take the draw. She's out there alongside Croson and Ingram. Pettem Shand knocks that one into the corner. Raiders in on the forecheck. Pandas come away with a loose puck, and they have it back into the corner and up the half boards. Getting to the line. Stopped by Borbandi at the line. Battling hard is Ingram. Ingram comes away with a loose puck. She's alongside Croson here, right at the blue line. Croson battling hard against the bigger player Taylor. Managed to get that puck into the corner. They go D-to-D, and Pettem Shand's in on the forecheck. Loose puck gets gathered up as it came right back in front of the net. A good pinch by Abby Borbandi, and she's going to gather it up in the corner. And the Pandas reverse it. Pettem Shand there trying to get that one free. Disrupts it just enough that they can't get it past the line. Finally, it comes out of the zone. Ingram's got the loose puck. She throws that one, and it comes back into the Pandas zone. 5:24 to go. Borbandi stops that one at center, and she's going to go for a skate into the zone. She chips it up, and she goes after it. She gets bothered with, but throws her check aside. Throws it back into the corner. Goes back to the line. Welby takes that one at center and dumps it back in deep, and in on the forechecks goes Ingram. Good shot, or Matthews. Matthews with a good double down on that, and Williams dumps that back in deep. Williams out there alongside Trotter on D now, and Kaylee's out on the forecheck. Kaylee overskated that, and the Pandas come out. Almost picked off in the middle of the ice, and the Raiders really hemming the Pandas in their zone. That one comes in off the boards. Kieran throws that back to Trotter. Trotter overskated a little bit, but gathers control, puts it up off the boards, chipped up and out into the center of the zone. Kaylee couldn't catch up to that puck, and Williams is going to try and get a hold of it. Williams and Welby along the half boards. Williams doing a good job to keep that puck out to the outside. Kaylee out. That puck goes way wide, deflected with a high stick. Chipped up on the half boards, not long enough for Williams. Puck comes back to the point. Slap shot, blocked, deflected off into the corner. Good block there by Matthews, and that puck didn't get through to the goaltender. Back to the line, sent back down by Olsen of the Pandas. Some good battle here in the corner. Comes right out in front. Kieran's gonna, she tried to gather that one up. Comes right back out in front, but back out into the corner. Raiders doing a good job there. That one finally gets out of the zone after the Raiders scrambled a little bit, and that should be icing. 3:40 to go here in the period, 3:41 to be exact. Raiders got away with a penalty perhaps there, right out in front. Looked like there was a tackle there. I would have called that one. Took away a goal scoring chance. 2-1 the score though, and we'll still play 5-on-5. Out comes Clouston Hobbs alongside Wilcher. Clouston in to take the draw. Clouston wins that one, goes onto the half boards. Santos couldn't find the loose puck, but it goes into the corner for Scurfield. Hobbs gathers that one up, puts it back to Scurfield. Scurfield goes D-to-D and around the wall. Wilcher in the race, chips it up, and that one's going to get almost to the line, but not out. Scurfield forced back in behind her net to gather up the puck. She puts a pass up to Hobbs. Hobbs gets it out into the neutralized zone where Reed for the Pandas puts that back in. Santos chips it up, hits Wilcher. Wilcher now with some speed in a one-on-one race, and the Pandas gather the puck up and go back behind the net. Throw it to the corner, but Clouston gathers up that puck right out in front, just hopped over the stick of Wilcher. Back come the Pandas. They gather some speed, enter the zone. Driving to the net is Reed, and a good job by Santos, but she's going to get a penalty. She knocked the puck off, but took the player out. Hopkins gets it back to the line. Extra attacker out, comes right there, and the Raiders are now going to go and have a power play for the Pandas. Santos going to the box. Looks like tripping might be the call on that one. See what the ref calls it. So with 2:46 to go, the Raiders take their first penalty of the game. Tripping it, indeed it is. Maybe that might have been a little bit of a makeup call. Raiders now have 2 minutes to kill. Comes back to line for Hopkins. Hopkins gets it off to the side. Shot comes through. Kieran, no rebound. Elliott protecting the front of the net, not letting any traffic through. Kieran saw that the whole way. Have the shots on goal right now at 7-5 in favor of the Raiders. 2-1 on the scoreboard. Borbandy wins that draw, gets it to Elliott. Elliott to Borbandy. Borbandy fires that down the ice, and Benko goes in on the forecheck. Huggins plays that puck behind the net for a defenseman. Benko there to cause some trouble though. And they'll reverse that play and come back the other way. Borbandy now in there. That gets tipped down the ice, and that could have been icing. Chose not to call that one. Borbandy gathers up the loose puck. She's there battling. Unfortunately, the Pandas are first to the puck as there was only one player. Comes back out front. Kaya Borbandy now in a race. She gets rubbed out. Abby Borbandy rims it around the boards for Benko. Benko chips that one by, and she's now in a race. She chips it out. She's now got some time to flip it in, and that took a funny hop. Goes wide, and that allows the penalty killers to change. Out comes Clouston and Pedham Shand alongside, looks like Trotter and Williams. Pandas skated to their own blue line and up to center. They enter the zone. Comes back to the line. Pedham Shand. Big slap shot. That whistles way wide. Trotter got out of the way of that one. That was a high, hard one. And that comes onto the half boards. Pandas control it. Pandas get it back to the line. They're looking for that one-timer, I'll bet. Through to traffic. Kieran swallows that up again. Good tie-up on sticks by Trotter out in front. Allowed the goaltender to see it the whole way through. 37 seconds to go in the power play for the Pandas. 1:23 to go in the period. Welby out to take the draw. She's out there with Matthews to kill the remainder of this penalty. Raiders win that draw and get to the line. Well, Matthews gets it, and she's one-on-one. She drives wide, throws it right to the keeper, and that forces a face-off in the Pandas' end. That's a good recipe for penalty killing. Win the draw, chip it up, and just chip it in and get a face-off in the offensive zone. 1:13 to go here in the period. 27 seconds to go in Santos' penalty. Welby out to take the draw. She scrambles that. It's in some feet. Matthews gathers up the loose puck. Won the battle there, and now has it in the corner, and she's just going to hold it there. 18 seconds to go on the penalty, and a good 15 seconds gets killed here. And Matthews still holding that in, and finally the Pandas get the puck out. Back behind the net with 10 seconds to go on the penalty. 1 minute to go here in the first period of play. Pandas get it to center. Try to enter the zone. They do. Nystrom with a shot. Kieran swallows up that rebound. A couple of girls try and whack at her, but nothing to do, and that's the end of the penalty. Santos exits the penalty box, and the Raiders are back to full strength. I had 2 shots on that power play. Even up the shots at 7-7. Actually 8-7 because we got 1 shot there. Kieran steers that shot off the face-off off into the corner. Ingram there battling hard in the corner. She pokes the puck free. Tries to get through a player. Pinched off and she pushes her out of the way. That one's just lying there in the face-off dot. Cutting Shan. Kieran had to make the save. Covers up the rebound. 9-8 the shots on goal with 21.8 seconds to go here in the period. Kieran holding the door. Padam Shand out to take this draw. She wins that draw cleanly and gets it to Skirfield. Skirfield has 2 people pressuring her, gets it over to Santos. Santos looks up, hits Ingram. Ingram leaves it back there for Padam Shand, who does the smart thing and just flips it out into center ice. Comes to the line. Santos dumps it into the zone, keeps it in, and now has it on the half wall, and that should do it for the period, as we got 1.2 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. Raiders take a 2-1 lead into the intermission. I've got shots at 10-8 in favor of the Pandas. And we'll take a break and we'll come back after the intermission.
It's hard on the arms, stiffening up.
All right, teams return to the ice. Refs are back on the ice. Ice looks like it's freezing up nicely, and we'll be right on the money here. 20 minutes on the clock. Second period of play. 2-1 Raiders lead. Official shots on goal. Went down to the score box. 11-9 in favor of the Raiders. Outside of the first goal for the Pandas and that 2-0, the Raiders are doing a good job defensively to keep the speed in check and not allow the Pandas to build up through the neutral zone. Their aggressive forecheck has really been paying dividends and has led to both goals. Face-off coming up. Pedam Shan settles in to take the draw. She's out there with Ingram. Pedam Shan gets that draw, puts it off onto the sideboards. Elliott dumps it down in deep, and Pedam Shan in on the forecheck. It's been a common thing. Raiders in on the forecheck, doubling down hard, right out in front. Pedam Shan with the wraparound. Ingram through traffic, loose puck out in front. Tried to jam it in and finally gets cleared. A couple of shots there, not for the icing. And the Raiders with a great first 20 seconds of the period, almost cashing in. Raiders in on the forecheck, doubling down hard, right out in front. Pedam Shan with the wraparound. Ingram through traffic, loose puck out in front. Tried to jam it in and finally gets cleared. A couple of shots there. Pedam Shan in to take this draw. Scramble draw, goes off into the corner, and in on the forecheck is Croson. Outlet pass up, and the Pandas exit the zone. Good lift of the stick by Scurfield, and no icing because of that. Pedam Shan gathers that loose puck up, puts it around, thrown up on the half boards. Ingram kicks it up and out. Into the center ice zone, comes back to the line, and the Raiders, or the Pandas have it, and they enter the zone. Coming in the zone, shot thrown, Kieran steers that into the corner. Pedam Shan gathers up behind the net, circles against some pressure, goes the other way. Head up, nice pass up into the middle. And a good stick there by the captain with Pandas. And it comes back in, and Scurfield gathers that loose puck up. She goes back behind her net, chips it up to herself, but loses the handle on it. Now it's a 3-on-2. Comes right out in front, tried the one-timer, and the Raiders turn around the other way. Hit it up to Hobbs. Hobbs and Clouston with a mini 2-on-1. Hobbs tried to sift that one through, unable to do so. Wilcher and Hobbs now. Wilcher gathers up the loose puck in the corner. Gets it back to the line for Trotter. Trotter back to Wilcher. Wilcher throws one through traffic, just misses the net. Comes back to the line. Williams tried to keep it in and unable to do so. Tip, and it's down the ice. Kieran out to play it. Trotter gathers up the puck though before her, and 18:15 to go. Hits Wilcher, and she throws one. Tries to throw it down in deep. And Trotter with a good stick there to force a turnover, and Williams gathers up the loose puck. She rims it around the boards. And the Raiders trying to get it out. Clouston unable to get it past the defenseman, and Trotter reverses it. Williams unable to get it fast, and Hobbs now tries. She reverses it back to Williams. Williams goes D-to-D for Trotter. Trotter throws one up off the boards, kept in by Murdoch, and now she's going to skate it out. Gets it up to Borbandy. Borbandy loses the handle on it. That one runs us in trouble, and now the Pandas had to wait for onside, and unfortunately the number 19 was offside, just in. Fleming was in ahead of the play. 17:34 to go here in the second period of play. Good start to the second period for the Raiders. Some good pressure early on that shift by Pedam Shan. And out comes Borbandy, Benko, and McKibben. Borbandy to take the draw against Fleming. Scramble draw, Pandas get control. Dump back out though, and the Pandas have to retreat. Abby Borbandy now enters the zone. She goes wide, turns against some pressure, holds up, throws it in the corner, and Benko gathers up the loose puck. She has McKibben out in front. McKibben goes in to help Benko. Puck squirts free. Benko in on it, grabs up the loose puck, kicks it to herself, but the Pandas come away with the loose puck and cycle it the other way. Kaya Borbandy and Abby Borbandy team up, keep that one deflected out in front by the defenseman, and the Raiders gather that puck with another shot by McKibben. Good hard shot by McKibben, deflected up and out of play by the goaltender. Good shift there by the Borbandy line. Benko and Borbandy doing some good work behind the net. Led to a couple of chances for McKibben. McKibben with a good shot there at the end of the play. 16:57 to go. Welby comes out alongside Matthews and Kaylee. Welby takes the draw, wins it cleanly back to Santos. Santos throws it back on the half boards. Matthews with the loose puck. Kaylee grabs a hold of it, gets it back to Santos. Santos tries a pass into the far corner, unable to do so, and outskates the Pandas. The Pandas under the zone, coming wide. Shot. Kieran swallows up that rebound. Gets a little bit of a snow shower, but holds on and no rebound. 16:40 to go. (14-11). I have the shots on goal in favor of the Raiders. Welby in to take the draw. Scramble draw. Still sitting there on the face-off dot. Comes free right in the slot. Good stick by Scurfield. And Kaylee out to block that one, and it comes free to Matthews. Matthews takes a big hit by Nystrom. Loses her stick. Takes a funny hop off the Zamboni entrance. And the Raiders can grab that loose puck, chip it up and out, and Kaylee's going to grab a hold of that loose puck in the neutralized zone, along with Welby. Welby battling hard. She's got it in, and Matthews driving for the net. Welby throws one in front, and Matthews tipped it just wide, and the defender did a good job to lift Matthews' stick at the last second, and the net's off the moorings. 16:08 to go here in the second period of play. 2-1 the lead for the Raiders. 2 goals by Sydney Benko, 1 on the power play, are the difference in this game. Pedham Shand out there to take this draw. She settles in. Wins that one cleanly. Comes back to the point for Williams. Williams dumps it back down in deep. Pedham Shand on the loose puck. Pedham Shand turns against some pressure, battling hard in behind the net. Croson got dumped out in front. Ingram and Pedham Shand battling hard there for the loose puck. Ingram keeping that puck in. Sheer will and determination gathering that loose puck up, and she's going to skate away with the loose puck. Gets it back to the line, and unfortunately couldn't be kept in by Williams. Williams with a diving play. Oh, that could have been a penalty there. And now it comes in the other way, and it is a penalty. Kieran rushing for the exits, trying to get an extra player on. And the Raiders go back onto the power play. 1 for 1 today on the power play. Scored a power play goal in overtime yesterday as well. Sydney Benko with the last 3 goals for the Raiders. Clouston, Wilcher, and Hobbs out to start this power play. Scramble draw, gets off onto the side. Kept in at the line by Borbandi, and she throws it down to Wilcher. Wilcher back in behind the net for Clouston. That sifts into the corner. Hobbs is there. Tries to get that puck free. Kept in at the line by Elliott. Elliott doing a good job to keep that puck free. Comes back to Borbandi. Borbandi with a hard shot. Deflected up and out of play by the keeper. Clouston did a good job trying to get to the front of the net. Fresh set of penalty killers coming out for the Pandas. Clouston, Hobbs, and Wilcher stay out, along with Borbandi and Elliott. 1:41 to go in the power play for the Raiders. 15:14 to go here in the second period of play. Scramble draw, goes off on the half-boards. Pandas control it, and they get it down the ice. Elliott skates back hard to grab the loose puck. She's got a speedy number 2 back on her. She's going to settle it back behind the net. Gets a nice outlet pass, but that was unfortunately way beyond the stick of Clouston. Elliott tries to gather up some speed in the neutral zone, and she enters the zone. Has it at the line, throws it back in behind the net. Hobbs gathers it up the loose puck, but couldn't have it on her stick. But Wilcher, Johnny on the spot to gather up the puck, chips it over onto the half boards. Reverse back, and Hobbs is going to gather this puck up. Raiders doing some good board work, trying to keep this loose puck going. Comes to the line, but not out. Santos keeps it in, chips it back now, and the Raiders set up. Wilcher throws one through traffic, unable to get it by. Santos chips it back towards the net, and the Pandas get it out in the center right zone. 14:21 to go. Schofield overskated that puck and had a little bit of trouble there, and that one's allowing the Raiders to have a little bit of a line change. Out comes Benko, McKibben, and Borbandi. Kieran out to play the puck as it got sent down the ice. She fires it around the boards. Ooh, that's a penalty all day, every day, as there was an interference there on the captain, Kaya Borbandi, as she pushed the player out of the way as she was bull rushing towards the puck. So with that, we're going to play 4-on-4 for at least 29 seconds, and then the Raiders will go on the penalty kill. 2 minutes for interference on Kaya Borbandi. Face-off coming up deep in the Raiders zone. Williams, Benko. We need one more player, guys. Raiders are missing a player. And out comes Welby. Smart play, actually. Have a center come out to take the draw. Because Benko got kicked out. Raiders gather up the loose puck on that. Trotter has it. She's bothered, but throws one up. Tried a stretch pass to Benko. Unable to get it by. Coming in, and number 77, Jarvis has it. She throws it in the corner. Benko gathers up the loose puck. Jarvis, though, with a good stick, keeps it in. Puts it back to the line. Number 21 has it. She's going to throw a shot through traffic. That whistles wide. Good screen in front. Goalie didn't see it until the last second. And now Benko with some time. She's got a player, makes a nice move. She's coming in. Nice move. Throws one high and a good save by the keeper. A great backhand move, and the keeper outweighted her and got a glove on that one. A nice move by Benko to get through and get good screen in front. Goalie didn't see it until the last second. And now Benko with some time. She's got a player, makes a nice move. She's coming in. Nice move. Throws one high and a good save by the keeper. Raiders win the draw. Now on the penalty kill. And Pedam Shan and Matthews out to kill this penalty. 1:10 to go here in Bourbandy's penalty. Pedam Shan almost stole that puck away, but Matthews jumped in, and now comes Fleming. Fleming enters the zone. She now sets it up and goes back to the line. Matthews out. Pedam Shan out to counter it. Fleming on the half boards for the Pandas. They have it on the half boards. They go back to the point. Thrown through traffic. That's wide. Looking for a hopeful tip. 45 seconds to go in Bourbandy's penalty. Comes back to the point. Pedam Shan out. That one's tried a deflection, and Abby Bourbandy gathers up the loose puck. She throws that one back behind the net. And Elliott couldn't catch up to that puck. 28 seconds to go in the penalty, and it's back to the point. Long, over to the goal scorer. Good stick there by Elliott. Elliott pushes her player out of the way, and she's going to get a penalty there. And an extra attacker now. It's going to be a brief 5-on-3 if they just pass it to a Raider. 7 seconds to go in Bourbandy's penalty. So we're going to have to kill off at least 2 more minutes. And Bourbandy's now got back on the ice. Kieran forced to make a pad save. Pandas still control the puck. Bourbandy in there. Tries to get a hold of that loose puck. Can't do so. Still controlled by the Pandas. Pandas sift one through, and that one's blocked by Bourbandy. Finally, it comes through. Whistle just wide. Elliott getting held up. Couldn't get to that loose puck. And actually, he got a hook on Elliott, which is the right call. Elliott actually had the angle of that, and she got pulled back. So we're actually going to skate 4-on-4, as there was a double penalty there. So on the 6-on-5, Elliott kept her feet moving and did a good job. And that leads to a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Should be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, but they're going 5-on-5. Calling it coincidental. That's okay. Either way, the Raiders were going to be on the penalty kill, and now are 5-on-5. 11:33 to go here in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Raiders. Comes to the line. Santos racing to get that one in, and she dumps it back in. Wiltshire uses her strength to muscle a Pandas player out of the way, and they skate it up, try and get out of the zone. Dumped it in deep. Taylor on the forecheck. Santos going to win a race there. Bridges out of the way, and Houston gathers up the puck, reverses it. Santos puts it back in behind the net for Scurfield. Scurfield with the puck, puts a pass out in front, tipped off Wiltshire, and that goes down the ice. No icing on the play. Houston on the forecheck. She pinches her player off, and the Raiders gather up control of that puck, get it to the line for Trotter. Trotter, unfortunately, got in the ref's feet. There's going to be a penalty coming up. Kieran skates to the bench, and that's going to do it. The Raiders go on the power play. So the Raiders 1 for 2 on the power play. Number 2 goes for 2 minutes. 2 minutes for roughing. So with 10:41, the Raiders enjoy their third power play of the game, and out comes Benko, Bourbandy, and McGibbon, alongside Abby Bourbandy and Trotter. Pandas win the draw, but can't get it out. Bourbandy has it. She's going to look across. Gets it back to the point for Trotter. Trotter back to Borbandy. Borbandy on the half boards. Looks wide, tries to hit her sister Abby. Abby goes down in the corner after loose puck. Poked free there by Benko. Benko now controls it. She's looking for an angle. Puts it back in deep. Back to the line for Trotter. Trotter. Nice pass. Shot just wide. Goalie made a nice save. McKibben kicks that free to Abby or Kai Borbandy. Kai Borbandy holding on, looking for a pass. Passed it, unfortunately, right to a Panda, and it goes down the ice. Kieran out to play it. She'll set it up there for Abby Borbandy, and with 1:17 to go in the power play, the Raiders have to regroup. Borbandy puts a pass up, hits Trotter. Trotter tried to get it in deep, unable to do so, and the Pandas sent it all the way back. Kieran back out to set that one up for Borbandy. Hard play there by a Panda player. McKibben lost the handle on that puck, and now Benko has it. She skates forward, 2-on-2 with Borbandy. Borbandy gets it in, and she gets pinched out of the play. That could have been interference too. Borbandy, Benko on the play, throws it right across the face of goal. No one there. Skirfield in. She throws one towards the net. That one's deflected into the corner. Benko and Borbandy in on the corner, floated back in, and Welby now in on the forecheck. Pandas throw it all the way down the ice, takes a couple of good hops. Kieran out to settle that puck. She throws that one up and out of the zone, and Kaylee's going to gather up that puck at center. She chips it in, and in on goal goes Welby, 2-on-1. Has Matthews driving for the net, blocked, and it's sitting there right on the goal line, and the Pandas get it out of danger. 8:50 to go and 8 seconds to go in the penalty to the Pandas, and they're going to kill off the remainder of this penalty, and the Raiders will go 1 for 3 on the power play. Santos with an errant pass gets into the neutral zone, and the Raiders regroup back in their own zone. Long stretch pass tries to hit Kaylee, and that's going to go for an offside. 8:28 to go here in the second period of play. Coincidental minors now over. Elliott returns to the ice for the Raiders. Trotter and Williams out there alongside Pettem, Shand, Ingram, and Croson. Pettem Shandon to take the draw. Pettem Shand scrambles that draw and wins it. Williams gathers that up right on in front of the net. Gets in the line, comes out, and the Raiders now skate forward. Croson, with some speed, comes through. She's going to throw it on net, deflect it up, back behind the net, and the Pandas control the rebound. They skate up, looking for an outlet. Can't get it by Ingram. Ingram sends it back in. Right at the line, Croson dumps it in. Pandas gathered up that loose puck. Dumped back in, and the Raiders go back in on the forecheck. Clouston now out there. She puts some pressure on and gathers up a loose puck. She's got it pinned against the boards. Ingram there gathers up that puck and puts it into the far corner. Ingram battling hard, but the Pandas skate away with it. Clouston with a good stick though. Kept in at the line by Trotter. Trotter goes for escape. She pushes it back in deep, and Wilcher now in on the forecheck. Wilcher gets there, and Hobbs now has it down the corner. She's pinned against the boards alongside Wilcher. Wilcher battling hard alongside Hobbs to get that loose puck free. Hobbs finally gets it free and pinches it back. Still a battle on the boards. The Raiders pushing hard here, looking for a loose puck, and Hobbs comes away with it. Throws it out in front, comes to the line, kept in, and that's going to be offside, and Williams couldn't keep it in at the line. 7:10 to go here in the second period of play. Raiders lead 2-1. Borbandy, Benko, and McKibben come out. Elliott and Borbandy on the point. Monolaws and Taylor out there alongside Jarvis for the Pandas. Benko settles in for this draw. Benko wins that, but Taylor gets the puck and dumps it in deep for the Pandas. Goes back behind the net. Elliott gathers it up, throws it against traffic right into a Panda player. A little bit better communication there needed. That comes the line, but not out. Pandas now on that puck. Borbandy pushes her man off the puck, and back behind the net goes Kai Borbandy. Kai Borbandy gets the loose puck, and McKibben's got it on the half boards. Borbandy now chips it up and into the bench of the Pandas. Face-off coming up deep in the Raider zone. 2-1 the score. 1 here to go in the second period of play. Hamilton to take the draw against Borbandi. Borbandi settles in, the captain, scrambles that draw. She goes onto the half boards to get that loose puck and does so. Tries to turn it back in, but it's turned right over in front. But Benko, Johnny on the spot with her stick. She's going to chip that one back to her defenseman. And a little D-to-D pass goes too far. Dump back in, down in deep, and that's going to be icing against the Pandas with 6:25 to go here in the second period of play. Kieran leaves that there for the official, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Pandas zone. Lovely facility here at the Seven Chiefs Arena. Good sight lines, warm arena, and good ice. Santos gets the puck off the draw and has it at the line. Pulled off the half boards and pitched down. Santos keeps it in. Finally, it gets out. And number 11 gathers up speed for the... it's a little Santos. Number 11's name is Santos, as well as number 19 on the Raiders. Skurfield takes her man down. No call. That one was an easy call, I thought. Raiders got away with one there, I think. 5:58 to go, and the Raiders continue to play 5-on-5, but have a face-off in their own zone. Welby, Kaylee, and Matthews going to get a shift, and out skates Pedham, Shand, Ingram, and Croson. Pedham Shand coming out to take this draw. Wins yet another one, but the Pandas get control of it, but Pedham Shand with a great second effort ties up that loose puck, gets back behind the net. Santos gathers up that puck. She's going to circle against some pressure, puts it back for a D partner. Right back against the grain, and finally comes out. It goes all the way down the ice, and that's going to be icing against the Raiders. 5:57 to go here in the second period of play. And a face-off coming up in the Raiders zone. Pedham Shand again out to take the draw. Trotter now out alongside Williams. On D, comes right back. Trotter gathers up that loose puck. Croson to the line, but not out. Got to have a little bit of a stronger pass there. Trotter gathers up behind her net. Croson gathers that up in the corner, skates it forward. Pedham Shand there as well. She gets drilled into the boards. No call, comes right out. Shot blocked there by Williams. Got right into the shooting lane. And a good play there. Chipped up and out. And the Raiders get it out of danger. Pandas regroup at their own blue line. Dumped in. And in comes Taylor. Taylor throws one towards net. Blocked there by Trotter. Comes back to the line. Lots of time here. Shot through traffic. And it's bobbling around. And Pedham Shand gathers up the loose puck. She seems to have a magnet on her stick for those loose pucks. Grabs that loose puck and the Raiders get it to the line and do get it out. Dump back in deep. Pedham Shand gathers up the loose puck. Looks like a net guard on the ice. Pedham Shand skates it, puts a nice pass through, and hits Ingram. Ingram into Wilcher. Wilcher throws one towards net, deflected into the corner, and she's going in on the forecheck alongside Cleaston. Reversed. Pandas control it in the corner. Hobbs in on the forecheck along Cleaston. Gets to the line, not out. Second effort there finally gets into the feet of the linesman. And Hobbs is battling there alongside Cleaston. Cleaston wins the battle, and Hobbs gets the puck. She's pinched off though. But there's Wilcher, Johnny on the spot to cause some more havoc. This line doing some great work along the boards, and there's a penalty coming up. Looks like Wilcher's going to the box. Not sure what that was for. We'll see. Body contact on Wilcher. And the Raiders with 4:09 are going to have to kill off a penalty here. There's been a lot worse things I've seen in this game that have not been called. Kick her out. Kick her out. Wow. I've never seen such blatant cheating on a face-off draw not get kicked out. Borbandi hard on the forecheck. As that face-off came all the way back into the Panda zone and they stayed up. Dumped in deep. Santos leaves it there for Skurfield. Skurfield rims it around, kept in at the line. 23 for the Pandas, has it. Goes to 11 Santos, back to 23. Comes across, D to D. Back onto the top of the dot, thrown through, deflected by a defender right up over top of the net. Santos whiffed on that one, but she's holding that puck in there. And the Pandas skate away with it in the corner. Come back to the line. Hebert has it. throws one through traffic. Kieran steers that one aside. 1:10 to go in the penalty to Wiltshire. Good stick there by Benko, or yeah, it is Benko. Benko and Borbandi out-killing this penalty. Thrown through traffic. Gotten 6 wide, and Santos puts that back behind the net. She's being held there by a Panda player, and it comes back to the line. Bear has it. She dumps it in deep. Comes back, but a good stick there by Santos knocks it into the corner. 45 seconds to go in the penalty. Pandas have control, but they've basically been left to have it outside. A wraparound attempt stopped by the goaltender, and that's sent all the way down the ice and right on net. Huggins has it. She's going to leave it there for her defenseman, who puts it back behind the net and out of harm's way. 2:36 to go here in the period. Pandas skated up and they hit their own blue line with 23 seconds to go in Wiltshire's penalty. They entered the zone. That was offside. Wow. Trotter gathers that loose puck up, fires it off into a nice lane and gets it down. Goaltender comes out, chips it up. Houston just about took control of that one. Genesee Williams knocked that puck into their neutral ice zone. Hobbs is there, battling hard along the Pandas, and that's going to do it for the penalty. Raiders return to full strength. 2 minutes to go here in the second period of play. Williams gathers up the loose puck, goes D to D. Comes off the boards for Wiltshire. Wiltshire gets checked but circles. Gets the pass to Hobbs. Hobbs chips it in and goes in on the forecheck. Tries to get by a player, unable to do so, and it's back behind the net. In on the forecheck now is Wiltshire, but the Pans get it by and they come out into the center ice zone. Reed dumps it in deep, right on the keeper. Kieran's going to hold on for a whistle. 1:34 to go here in the second period of play. Out comes a fresh set of troops for the Raiders. A good penalty kill by the Raiders. There was zone time, but really nothing coming towards the front of the net outside of a couple of tipped shots, one of which was by our own defenseman. Welby out to take this draw. Scramble draw. Controlled by the Raiders. Borbandi gets it over to Elliott. Elliott tried a backhand pass, wasn't able to get up to Kaylee. Kaylee battling hard along the half boards. Welby in there, pushing hard. Kaylee and Welby battling hard in the corner. Puck comes free. Elliott gets muscled off the puck. She battles in again and outskates. That's a penalty all day and every day. Borbandi takes a needless penalty there with 1:03 to go here. Extra attacker on, and this should do it. Kaylee's going to touch that puck up. Borbandi going for 2, and she's going to get 2 minutes for not being terribly smart. She could have easily just held up on that one and just held the player right there. 2 minutes for roughing is the call. 58 seconds to go, and the Raiders go right back on the penalty kill. Benko and Borbandi out to start this penalty kill. Did a great job on the last one. Let's hope they do a great job on this one. Get out of this period with a lead. Comes back to the point, long. Throws one through, tipped. Just wide. Kieran reacted to it, may have got a piece of that with her pad. Comes back again. Little slap pass, hits Jarvis. Jarvis throws one through. Kieran with a big save, another big save, and covers up the rebound. 2 huge saves by Kieran on that one, and that one saved a sure goal with 39 seconds to go. One through, tipped, just wide. Kieran reacted to it, may have got a piece of that with her pad. Comes back again. Little slap pass, hits Jarvis. Jarvis throws one through. Kieran with a big save, another big save, and covers up the rebound. 2 huge saves by Kieran on that one, and that one saved a sure goal with 39 seconds to go. 1:42 to go here in the penalty to Borbandi. 39 seconds to go in the period. Face-off win. Hebert puts it back on the half boards. Jarvis to Hebert. Comes back to the line. Thrown through traffic. Kieran's going to scoop that one up with her glove. Saw it the whole way. Yeah, that was about 4 there. Ref's gonna just go and talk to him. They said, yeah, we counted 1,000, 2 1,000. It's all good. So with that, 39.9 seconds still on the clock. And the Raiders will do it all over again. Benko wins that draw. She's gonna gather that puck up, puts it up off the boards, and it hops over the stick and out into the center ice zone. Clock! The clock has not started.
What are they doing? Is it broken?
clock.
What is up with the clock?
Because that was at least 12 seconds there.
Well, 10 before that.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So still with 39 seconds to go. Pandas getting some extended power play time.
Run it for 10 seconds right
Yeah. See what the refs are going to do here. If they play with 39 seconds, that's going to be a shame. Perhaps the Pandas fans over there barking up a storm at our crew can maybe go and offer to help out, maybe. So with that, still 39 seconds on the clock. I don't know what's going on with the clock, but shot through traffic goes wide. Comes back to the line. Bear has it. He shoots. Scores! So with that, power play goal. You knew they were going to get one. Borbandy takes a needless penalty late in the period, and it costs the Raiders a goal. Still not sure what's going on with the clock. Certainly seemed like that was probably 25 seconds, plus the 10 we missed. That might have been the period. 6 seconds to go in the period, according to the referee. And with that, a late goal ties this affair up on a tip out in front. Chipped up. And that's going to do it for the period. So a late goal for the Pandas ties it up at 2. And the Raiders will try and figure out the clock here, as it seems to have had some issues. So we should have with that, we'll take a break, and we'll start the third period of play.
now. Now it's flashing. And there it goes. I don't ever remember that happening.
Right, we're back for the third period of play. Pandas have returned to the ice. The Raiders just coming out of the dressing room, I think. Refs are on the ice. Looks like the ice is freezing up nicely and will be underway momentarily. Looks like the clock issues have been fixed. That late power play goal evened things up here at 2 to enter the third period of play. Don't know what the official shots on goal are, but we'll catch up with that later in the period. Kieran returns back to the net. Borbandy and Elliott out to start, obviously. We'll see who the Raiders send out. We're just waiting to see who the Pandas start out with. We're going to throw it Borbandy, McKibben, and Benko. Ref's just waiting for the ice to firm up a little bit more. Looks like down in the corner there, it looks still a little bit soft. And we'll be underway momentarily. Tight game today, following up a tight game yesterday, and the Raiders looking to get another win under their belts. Borbandy, Benko, and McKibben out. Benko scoring both goals today. Borbandy in to take the draw. 20 minutes on the clock, third period underway. Pandas gathered up control. Benko fishing for that loose puck, unable to get it by. Borbandy taps that one down into the neutralized zone, and Nystrom for the Pandas dumps it in. Unable to get it deep, but still managed to get the puck. Shot blocked by Elliott. Shot behind the net, and Borbandy gathers up the loose puck. She throws a pass up, just missed everybody, and that's going to go all the way down the ice, but it's going to go right on net, and it's icing. 19:33 to go here in the third period of play. 2-2 on the scoreboard. Welby, Matthews, Cayley out alongside Scurfield and Santos. Jarvis out to take the draw versus Welby. Welby settles in, scrambles that draw, but comes back to the point, dumped back in by Hopkins, back behind the net. Santos takes a hit, but gets the puck up on the half boards. Battle there. Welby in, trying to fish a loose puck, but the Pandas come away with it. Dumped back in behind the net. Santos goes back behind it. Can't get it. Kieran with the save. Second one goes right through the blue paint and out the other side. Matthews gathers up that puck, tries to chip it up and out, unable to do so. And Kieran's going to scoop that one up and hold on for a draw. So a good shift by the Raiders, followed up by a good shift by the Pandas here with 19:04 to go here in the third period of play. Pettem Shand out to take the draw against Fleming. Pettem Shand settles in. Fleming, cheating all day in the face-off, managed to win that draw. Comes right across, right out in front. Kieran with a good stick to knock that away. And Carson skates out with a head of steam. She dumps it in, has a lane, goes by the defender, but follow up by Fleming. Gathers up that loose puck, thrown to the point. Trotter gathers that puck up, avoids a check, gets it in on the half board, thrown to the front of the net. Pettem Shand unable to, or Ingram unable to get it, and Trotter keeps that in along the line. Trotter gets it to the point. Croson kept it in. Croson and Trotter trying to keep that puck in, but it comes out in the neutralized zone. Raiders unable to do much with it, and the Pandas gather it up and dump it down in deep. Kieran back to play it, stops that for defenseman. Williams with a long stretch pass. Hits Ingram. Ingram pinned against the board by Reed of the Pandas. Pettem Shand and Ingram in along the half boards. Puck comes loose. Pettem Shand unable to get a hold of that loose puck, and the Pandas skate in. Williams pushes that puck into the corner. Trotter and Williams out there. Trotter now goes in the corner. Wiltshire gathers up the loose puck, chips it up. Tried to get it out of the zone and finally gets away with it. Pettem Shand gets it outside the zone, and Ingram out there alongside Wiltshire. Pettem Shand goes and switches. Cluson out. That one's tipped in, and Trotter goes back behind the net. And she's going to have a little bit of time to have a look up. Hits Wiltshire on the stretch pass. Tipped back. Cluson now in. Gathers that loose puck up. Can't control it though, and it goes into the corner. Cluson behind the net. Pushes into the corner. Now Hobbs in on the forecheck. Hobbs pushes that back in. Chipped by, unable to get it by Borbandi at the line. She throws it back in. Hobbs has it, throws that back into the corner and goes in on the forecheck where Wiltshire gets shoved down. Borbandi has it at the line. She goes D-to-D for Elliott. Elliott throws one towards the net. A couple of whacks at it by Clouston on a tip, but it was a weak shot, and the goalie holds on for a whistle. 17-11 to go here in the third period of play. 2-2 on the scoreboard. Good shift there by the Clouston, Hobbs, and Wiltshire line. Out comes Borbandi, Banco, and McKibben. Elliott and Abby Borbandi back at the point. The captain scrambles the draw. McKibben's fishing for that loose puck, but it goes back in behind the net, and the Pandas take control. Chipped up on the half boards, kept in by Elliott. Banco now, skating back, chips that loose puck free, and she's got a handle on that puck. Throws a long stretch pass up, hits Borbandi. Borbandi in on the breakaway, unable to catch up to that loose puck though, and Huggins with a good poke check to get that out of the way. Elliott tried to keep that in the line, did so, but the Pandas come away with a loose puck. They skated into the zone. Shot comes through. Kieran blockers the out of side and into the corner. Pandas control it into the corner. Looks like Taylor has it. She cycles that puck. Hits Jarvis. Jarvis comes across. Taylor with a shot. Whistles wide, and Benko gathers up the loose puck. Puts it up to McKibben. McKibben dumps it in deep, and she's going to go in on the forecheck as her line mates change. McKibben forces the pass. Comes up into half ice. Welby tried to pick that off, unable to do so. And Jarvis now with some speed tries to get the angle on Skirfield, unable to do so. Skirfield with a good stick. The Raiders chip it up, try to get out of the zone, unable to do so. And back comes Santos for the Pandas with a shot. Kieran equal to the task with the save. She holds on with 16:02 left in the period. Pushes that draw forward and gets it out. Matthews unable to get it by, but gets it out in the second effort into the neutralized zone. Welby battling hard with Matthews, and it goes D-to-D. Well, and it looks like the Raiders are going to ice that. Skirfield send it down the ice. Long stretch pass, didn't connect, and we're going to have a face-off deep in the Raiders zone. 15:45 to go here in the third period of play. 2-2 the score, and a tight affair. Well played by both teams. Pettem Shan didn't take this draw. Pettem Shan scrambled that one. Comes shot on the keeper, steered aside by Kieran into the corner. Pettem Shan now on the puck. Trotter gathers up the loose puck though and chips it up. Hits Ingram. Ingram taps it into the center and outskates the Raiders. Frozen with a head of steam is going to go to the net. Throws it towards the net. Right out front was Trotter. Grossen couldn't gather up that loose puck, and Ingram has it now. She goes into the corner, battling hard, gets a pass back, doesn't get it all the way back to the line. Pettem Shan tried to keep it in, and it's kept in by Ingram. Ingram throws out into the corner. She's going to go in on the forecheck. Pettem Shan steals one right down the pipe, throws a backhand towards the net. Loose puck. Goalie covers that loose puck up on the second effort. Raiders with a good chance there as Pettem Shan searched for that loose puck in the slot. Got a backhand towards the net, and Huggins grabs that rebound. Clouston, Hobbs, and Wiltshire out. Clouston had to take the draw. Raiders won the draw, but couldn't gather up the loose puck. Hobbs had her stick lifted and backskate. Pandas control the corner. Lose the battle though, and Elliott chips that one by. Tries again, and the Raiders skated out. Chipped by for Hobbs. Hobbs now skates in one-on-one. Shoots. Steered aside by Higgins. Hobbs was dumped afterwards. Clouston on the rebound alongside Wiltshire. Wiltshire comes away with the loose puck. Gets it back to line for Borbandi. Borbandi skates it in, throws one towards the net. Goaltender down, but hit her loose puck, and now there's a chance here. Borbandi in on the forecheck. Ooh, that's going to be an icing call. Borbandi, maybe a little bit on the check there. Got lucky. Laid up a little bit at the very end. After that last penalty cost us a goal, I'm sure she doesn't want to take another. Borbandi, McKibben, and Banco. Borbandi up to take the draw. Banco's sitting right below. Borbandi pushes it in the corner and goes back and grabs the loose puck. Banco and Borbandi battling hard. Borbandi pushes that loose puck back in behind the net. Comes away with the loose puck. Skirfield tries to keep it in at the line, does so. Borbandi Wheeling with some speed in the neutralized zone though, and goes and dumps it in and goes in on the forecheck. Gathers up that loose puck behind the net. She's got it there. She's on the half boards. Tried to cycle it back. That one got stopped up by Taylor. Benko now battling hard. McKibben now in on the forecheck. She gathers up the puck and pushes it into the corner. Benko just overskated that loose puck and she pushes it back down, back behind the net. This line doing a good job of keeping the pressure on, keeping the puck into the Panda zone. This line looks tired all of a sudden, and the Raiders now with some pressure. Taylor chips one around the other boards. Pinching in is Santos. Santos dumps it back in behind the net. Benko gathers up that puck. Benko with some speed through the neutral zone, throws one through traffic. That was deflected.
Oh, interference.
Interference for sure.
Oh.
Welby can't get away.
Kidding.
And that one's going to come all the way down on Kieran. Kieran turns it up to Santos. Santos looks up, throws a long stretch pass. Hit Welby. Welby has that puck. She's battling hard there. Santos doing a good job to seal off any entry for the Pandas. Welby battling hard along the boards and comes back into the Panda zone. Pandas contain it, and they go through the center ice zone. Matthews gathers up that loose puck. Dangerous pass through the middle of the ice. The Raiders are forced back into their own zone, and Williams can gather that puck up. Circles against some pressure and goes back behind her net. Outlet pass. Got deflected, hit Matthews. Matthews gets that back in behind the net. Santos goes and gathers that puck up, puts it up on the half boards. Haley has it, tries to get it up and out of the zone, but unable to do so. Pandas keep it in at the line. They're digging hard for that thing. And Benko doing a good job to back check and get that loose puck. Pandas have it in the slot, unable to get it by, and now Bandy with some speed. She's got some speed. She's turned the defender. Goes by, and that could have been easily interference, but not called. Benko tried the loose puck, couldn't grab it, and outskate the Pandas. Pandas going the other direction. They hit center ice, going on the line change. They throw it in. That's whistled just wide by Reed. Reed has it back behind the net, but a good stick by Trotter sends it up to Benko. Benko pushed off the puck, but gathers it up. Kyle Bandy sends it and gets it up to McKibben. McKibben now dumps it in deep, and the Raiders going for a change. 11:30 to go here in the third period of play. Long stretch pass. And Abby Borbandy cleans up the garbage back in her own zone. She's going to throw one up off the glass. Bear put a shoulder into Croson. Two of the smaller players on the ice going head to head. No ice on this, and the Raiders are going to have their heads up. Ooh, dangerous pass. Lucked out. Looked like Ingram sent that pass into the dangerous zone, but she battles hard and gets it out. Go. And now, 2-on-1 coming up for the Raiders. Croson tried to get her onto her forehand instead of just throwing it towards the net. And it comes back into the Raiders zone where Abby Borbandy is going to gather that loose puck up. She throws one up, hits into the center ice zone. Ingram lost the handle on the wobbly puck and gets it out into the center ice zone with Elliott. Dumped back in by the Pandas with 10:30 to go here in the period. Rimmed around by Borbandy. Comes to the line but not out. And Buttle has it for the Pandas. Puts it on the half boards and out. Wiltshire puts that back to the D. And Elliott's going to go back behind the safety of her own net and rim it around the boards for Elliott. Elliott chips that one by. That should not be icing. It's tipped. And the Raiders now on the forecheck. Wiltshire out there alongside Cleaston and Hobbs now. And that pass comes up. Hobbs with a great back check. Gathers up the loose puck in the center ice zone. She's going to dump it in the zone and in on the forecheck. Wasn't deep enough. And Santos does a good job to tip that puck forward. And chips it into the zone, and now Hobbs has some speed into the corner. She's going to gather the puck up, holds it there, back behind the net. Wiltshire helping her out, trying to fish that puck free. Wiltshire now battling for that puck. Hobbs in there as well. She's going to try and pinch that one off. 9:38 to go here in the period. Little coffee meeting in the corner, and we'll have a whistle. 2-2 the score. Tie game with a power play goal late in the period. With 6 seconds to go, tied the game up for the Pandas. Welby out there alongside Kaylee. Welby wins that draw, gets it back to Skirfield. Skirfield throws one through traffic, hits Kaylee. Shoot! Oh, there's a hook right there, and that is a sure chance there that Chloe Reed just took away from Matthews, and the ref caught that one as Matthews was surely hooked. Good penalty by Chloe Reed, though, to prevent a goal-scoring chance right in the slot. Raiders 1 for 4 in the power play, go back on the power play here for the 5th time.
Let's go, Black.
Clouston, Welby, and Matthews out. Clouston out to take, or Welby out to take the draw. Welby scrambles that draw, pushed forward there by Matthews, comes into the corner. Raiders in on the forecheck, get a hold of that puck. Setting it up in the zone, come back to the line for Trotter. Trotter back to Matthews. Matthews throws one through traffic. Just missed the tip from Welby on the far post. Santos gets it back to Welby. Welby dumped. That's lucky that wasn't a penalty. Good second effort by the Pandas to get it out into the center ice zone. Chipped up. Raiders tried to get it into the zone, but Welby unable to do so, and the Raiders forced back into their zone with 1:25 to go in the power play. Santos surveys. Skates it up. Hits a pass up for Trotter. Trotter enters the zone. That was offside as Borbandy was a half step inside the zone on that pass. 8:41 to go here in the 3rd period of play. Chloe Reed serving 2 minutes for hooking. Raiders with 1:13 left in that power play. McKibben, Banco, and Borbandy out. Borbandy in to take the draw. Banco. Or Borbandy scrambled that draw, went into some feet. Pandas fish out the loose puck and send it down the ice. Borbandy has it back for the Abby Borbandy has it for the Raiders. She skates up, puts a pass over, misses McKibben. That's going to be icing. 56 seconds to go here in the 3rd period of play, or 56 seconds remaining in the penalty. 8:24 in the 3rd period of play. The Raiders looking for the go-ahead goal here on the power play. Fleming in to take the face-off. Benko gets control of that draw, and Kaya Borbandy takes it behind the net. She now has a head of speed. She's going to skate up. Throws a pass up to Benko. Benko just offside. I thought she was on, actually, but it was really close. She might have lifted that back skate when she took the pass. Either way, it's an offside, and we'll have a face-off. Not quite sure why the face-off's there, but it is. Maybe that came from our zone. Face-off gets won by the Pandas, and they throw it back in. Santos goes to retrieve it back behind her net. 8:07 to go here in the 3rd period of play. Raiders exit the zone. Nice cross-ice pass, hits Trotter. Trotter couldn't take that on her forehand. Comes back to McKibben. She goes back to Santos. Santos sets it up and pushes it back with 23 seconds. The Raiders have one more rush here left on this power play. Borbandy. Nice long pass. That one goes up and out of play, and the Raiders are going to have a face-off here in the neutralized zone with 14 seconds to go. Not much on that power play so far. Pettimshan, Hobbs, and Clouston coming out. A little bit of line juggling going on here for the Raiders. I wonder if someone might have got hurt. Pettimshan wins that draw, gets it to Clouston. Clouston had it poked off her stick. Santos with an excellent job of just running a little bit of interference. Pettimshan on the long stretch pass just misses her, goes back behind the net. Hobbs on the forecheck, down to Clouston. Puck squirts free, and that's going to do it for the penalty. Pettimshan, Hobbs, and Clouston all battling for the puck. Pandas come away with it. Pass goes into skates. Clouston jumps on that loose puck. Comes right out in front. Clouston trying to get a shot away, unable to get one. Pettimshan tried to put it back to line. Kept in at the line by Abby Borbandy. Hobbs puts it over to Pettimshan. Pettimshan, weak shot, steered aside by the goaltender. 6:58 to go here in the penalty, or in the 3rd period of play. Comes back to center ice. Borbandy sends it back in, and Welby now in on the forecheck. Line change out there. Welby out alongside Ingram. Pass comes up. Good play there by Elliott. Spins her player around. That was a David versus Bly situation. I think that was jersey's about five sizes too big. Might be the smallest one out there. And the Pandas take a icing, and the Raiders have a face-off deep in the Panda zone here with 6:30 to go. Welby in to take the draw. Scrambles that draw. Pandas skate away with it. Chloe Reed, fresh out of the penalty box, chips and chases. Scurfield gathers up the loose puck, rims it around the boards. Comes to the line but not out. Kept in at the line, but the Raiders right there to try and push it out. Croson doing a good job against her check. She gets dumped. Comes back behind the net. Scurfield gathers it up, chips it up on the boards. Ingram there, couldn't get it out. Scurfield puts it back behind the net. Comes right out in front. Kieran steers that one back into the corner. A good stick there by the goaltender. Reed has it. Reed being bothered there by the assistant captain Santos, and Scurfield gathers that loose puck up, puts it back in, and outskate the Raiders. Welby with her head up, chips it in, and goes for a change. And on the forecheck now, looks like Ingram's in there. Comes to the line, gathered up by Wiltshire. Wiltshire puts it back. Trotter has it. She circles against the pressure, chips it up, can't get it away. Wiltshire gathers up the loose puck back in her own zone, puts it D to D. Hits Williams, throws that puck up, and that goes up. I thought that might have gone out of play, but it doesn't. It goes back down deep. And a good forecheck by Wiltshire. Wiltshire battling hard alongside Kaylee. Wiltshire, Kaylee, and Matthews out there. Comes to the line. Williams pinched, and Trotter's going to clean up that loose garbage, and that's going to be offside. But the Raiders give it right back to the Pandas. Pandas entered the zone. Nystrom being bothered there by Kaylee. Kaylee doing a good job. Gets the puck free and put back behind the boards for Genesee Williams. Williams, tired, can't catch up with that loose puck, and she's going to try and keep it alongside the boards. Wiltshire there alongside her, pinches her man off, holds it along the boards, tries to get it free. Taylor with a chance out in front. Kieran watched that go wide. Raiders with a strange hop off the glass, get it down the ice, and they're going to try and go for a change. Comes right back in. Kieran watches that one go wide as the Pandas pull on some pressure here. Williams unable to change, and she's dog tired out there. Her and Trotter have been out for about a minute and a half on this, with 4:13 to go here in the period. Trotter just chips that one up, unable to get it past the pitching forward, and she's back behind the net. Comes right out in front, whistled wide, and that goes around. That one's knocked down by Williams, and Williams gets it back behind the net. Raiders desperately trying to clear this out. Matthews unable to do so, and it's poked right back in. Raiders finally get control of it. Trotter puts it up, can't get it by the pinching defenseman, and it gets dumped back in. Williams doing a good job to hold off her check. And Williams puts it back up. Benko out there now. Raiders able to get the forwards out. Benko now skates it out. Finally, the Raiders are able to get it out. Benko one-on-one. Benko with 2 goals. Puts a nice move. Oh, and a good save by the goaltender. Benko reverses it. McKibben grabs that loose puck. Benko got dumped. No penalty after that play. And outskates the long stretched arms of the Kieran. Had to block that one. She was hoping it was going to go wide, but she was careful with it with her pad. Off the post. Pandas with a good shot. They're going to come right back. Shot again, just goes wide. McKibben with the puck, chips it up high off the glass, not out. And now the Raiders finally get it out. Abby Borbandi gets it up to her sister, and in the zone they come. McKibben going hard for the front of the net. Borbandi unable to get that puck there, and it gets sent back in alongside the other way. Pandas exit the zone. That one comes up to center ice. Shot comes through. Kieran with a glove, unable to grab a hold of it, but the rebound comes into the corner. 2:19 to go here in crunch time. Raiders get that loose puck, poke it free, but unable to get it outside the zone. The Pandas hold it in. They dump it back in deep, and a good stick there by the Raiders. Clouston gathers up the loose puck, and she's going to rim it around the boards. Hobbs is going to try and get this puck out. She tried to put it by the Pandas forechecker, unable to do so, but Abby Borbandi now has it. She gets it up. She's going to hit Wiltshire. Wiltshire gets it outside the zone, and the Pandas re-enter the zone. Shot comes through, blocked inside by Kieran. Borbandi hard into the corner, gets that puck free, and Santos gathers it up, avoids a check, and goes the other direction. Ooh, big slash there, no call. Taylor with a slash. behind. That one would have been called in the first period, but not in the last minute and 28. Jarvis for the Pandas has it, puts it back to the point. Shot through traffic, whistles wide. Reed back to the point, shot through traffic again, blocked there by Borbandi. She takes it back and behind the net, throws it up around. 1:13 to play here in the period. Shot back down in deep. Clouston, hard, trying to get that puck free, and it goes back in behind the net for Borbandi. Borbandi throws it up off the glass, and that gets out into the center ice zone. The Raiders looking for a change. Clouston has to stay out. She got interfered with in a big way there. Kieran with her outstretched pad and covers up the rebound. Good chance for the Pandas there with 49 seconds to go. As the Raiders got caught on a bit of a change there, didn't get it deep enough. But the goaltender bailed out their teammates, and we got a face-off with 49 seconds to go. 19's getting kicked out. Timeout, actually. Timeout being called by the Pandas. 2-2 the score. 49 seconds to go. Playing a little game of next goal wins here. Raiders talking things over on this defensive zone draw. Get the puck out of the zone and put pressure down in the other zone is what I think the coach is saying. Win a face-off. With that, refs are just about to blow the whistle and we'll get back at it. Benko, Borbandi, Trotter, McKibben, and Williams out. Fleming out alongside Santos and Buttle. Borbandi in to take this important draw for the Raiders. She tries to push that forward, comes back to the line. Shot through traffic. Kieran swallows up that rebound. And we'll do this all over again. Borbandi in to take this draw. She wins that one. Comes to the line, but not out. Comes back to the point. Shot through traffic. Whistle just wide. No one there for the tip. And the Raiders trying to get a stretch pass up to Benko. Unable to do so. And that was going to be offside. And the Raiders now with 30 seconds to go. Look for that long stretch pass. A nice touch pass there by McKibben. McKibben tried to flip it up over top of his stick. And Benko and McKibben are in on the forecheck. 20 seconds to go, and back come the Pandas. Pandas skated up. Buttle chips it in. Trotter gathers up the loose puck. She circles against a little bit of pressure. And she'll put a long stretch pass. With 9 seconds to go, back come the Pandas. Pandas looking for that last shot. Whistle that one wide. 4 seconds to go here. Dump back in the corner. And that's going to do it for regulation time. For the second straight day, the Raiders are headed to overtime. 5 minutes on the clock here for overtime. So both teams have earned at least 1 point today. And hopefully we'll continue the tradition with another overtime victory. Both teams are talking about what they're going to be doing.
I get her move. She's going to start saying things.
Oh, she's watching. Oh.
That was for you, Tricia.
You mean
You're like, call me now.
So we're just about underway here in the overtime period. I'm gonna have to put in a little feature request to Sling Studio here to get an overtime marker in my periods. But we'll call it the fourth period. 5 minutes on the clock. Sudden death overtime. Borbandi and Benko coming out alongside Elliott and Abby Borbandi. Taylor, Barry, Jarvis, and the captain for the Pandas out for this 4-on-4. Benko out to take the draw. Pandas get control. But the Raiders briefly get control. Borbandi fighting hard, and in comes Taylor. Taylor enters the zone. She shoots one, blocked there by Abby Borbandi. Borbandi fighting hard against Well, both Borbandys in there fighting hard. That puck skirts free. And Kaya Borbandy gathers the puck up. She goes back behind her net. Looks for that outlet, unable to get it. Goes back behind the net. Little sister to sister pass. Abby Borbandy gathers it up. She has some speed. Puts it through the neutral zone, but couldn't hit her sister. Kaya Borbandy now with a little bit of pressure. And now Benko in on the forecheck. They get it to the line, but not out. And out they skate. 2-on-2. In skates Walker aside by Kieran into the corner. Number 11 now, Santos in on the forecheck. Elliott's lost her stick. Clouston there, helping out, blocks that shot. And the Raiders skate away with the puck. Unable to get that puck out of the zone though. And they get it to Benko. Benko unable to corral that saucer pass. And the Raiders are forced back into their own zone. Clouston had it skip over his stick, and we're going to have an icing call with 3:44 to go. The Raiders have a face-off in their own zone. Santos and Trotter talking it over, seeing how they're going to work out whatever's going on for this face-off. Clouston and Petam Shand out to take this draw. Petam Shand going to take the draw. Looks like against number 14. Petam Shand gets control of that and outskate the Raiders. Chipped wide. That's going to be easily a penalty in the first period. That was interference textbook. No call. Clouston in the forecheck along with Petam Shand and outskates the Pandas. They hit the blue line. Petam Shand with a great stick. Gets bumped out of the play, but the Raiders come away with a loose puck. Trotter from her knees. Circles. Chips it up off the boards for Hobbs. Hobbs gets it over to Petam Shand. She takes a penalty. Petam Shand kept her feet moving. She would have been off to the races. And the Raiders, for the second day in a row, go on the power play in overtime. You can imagine we're going to have a little bit of Benko out on this power play. 4-on-3 power play. Kaya Borbandy comes alongside Benko. Elliott and Abby Borbandy. I don't know why the refs even entertaining a talk on that one. That was a textbook penalty right there.
Oh, somebody took one, or oh no, he's just somebody took. Well, that's good.
I don't think there's any need to explain that penalty. It was pretty straightforward. Take a scoring chance away. You're going to go to the box and sit for 2 minutes. No, it isn't. It's 4-on-3. 4-on-3. 4-on-3.
It's 4-on-3.
Ref, it's 4-on-3. No, it's not 5-on-4. It's 4-on-3. It's overtime.
Same as the NHL.
4-on-3. Ref, not sure what this should be. It should be 4-on-3. Thank you. Sorry if I'm yelling. I want them to get it right. So, Benko and Borbandy out there. Raiders control it off the draw. Borbandy gets it back to her sister, Abby. Abby controls it. Gets it over to Elliott. Elliott skates in back to Borbandy. Borbandy throws one through traffic. Whistle just wide. Kaya Borbandy gathers up the loose puck. Gets it to her sister. She's going to settle down. Throw it over to Kaya. Kaya throws it through. Right on net. Saved by Huggins. Kaya Borbandy gathers that up. Gets it over to Elliott. Elliott takes it on her backhand. Circles and sets it up for Kaya Borbandy over to her sister Abby. Abby across. Oh, whistle just wide, but Benko has it now behind the net. Benko trying to hit Borbandy out in front. Oh, and just whistled wide on that tip. Kaya Borbandy gathers up the loose puck on the half boards. 1:15 to go on the penalty. Kaya Borbandy gets it over to Elliott. Elliott right out in front. Benko, loose puck. And the Pandas control it. They try to get it, and they do get it by the defenseman and down the ice. Kieran out to stop it there for the Raiders. With 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Raiders, 55 seconds to go in the 4-on-3 power play. Abby Borbandy skates it up. Gets it over to Benko. Benko enters the zone and sets it up. She has Trotter going for the net. Benko puts it to Borbandy. Borbandy back to Benko. Off the skate. Thrown across right out in front. Kaya Borbandy whacks at it and unable to get it by. Chipped up, hits the referee. And outskates Clouston. Trotter throws one towards the net. That's steered aside by the goaltender. Kept in at the line by Trotter. Trotter chips one down into the corner. Cleaston battling hard, gets the puck free, and outskates the Raiders with the puck. Hobbs has it, gets it to Trotter. Trotter over to Borbandy. Borbandy with a little bit of a wiffle ball, looking for a tip out in front. She's going to go for a change with 8 seconds to go in the power play. Trotter over to Hobbs, has Cleaston in front, hits Trotter. Trotter throws one towards the net. That one's blocked. Out of the penalty box is 21 for the shot blocked. And now Skirfield's got it. She circles against some pressure and puts it there side to side. So 1 minute to go here in the overtime period. Trotter gathers up that. No harm on that power play for the Raiders. Cleaston. Both teams looking a little tired here in the overtime period. They've expended a lot of energy here in this game. Skirfield chips it around the boards and hits Trotter. Trotter puts it to Hobbs. Hobbs saucers one but misses Cleaston. That's going to be an icing call with 30 seconds to go. In the overtime period, we'll have an important face-off back in the Raiders zone, and out comes Welby and Matthews along with Santos and Elliott. So 30 seconds to go here. A shootout might be looming, and Welby in to take the draw. Loses that one against Fleming. It comes right out in front. Raiders get that puck to the line. Dumped was Matthews. Comes out. Matthews is going to get this one out. Gets it back to her D to D. Raiders just looking to get it out of the zone at the moment. Chipped it up, and back come the Pandas with 10 seconds to go. Will they get a shot off before time expires? Shot comes through. That's blocked by Matthews. Back behind the net, and that's pushed into the side, and we're going to a shootout. 2-2 the score after 65 minutes of play, and we're going to have a skills contest to decide the extra point.
Trish is buying you cake.
So both goaltenders now on the hook here, and shooters looking to try and score on the shootout. We'll have a 3-shooter shootout, and then it will go into a sudden death one-on-one shootout if it goes beyond the first 3 shooters. Raiders have gone to 1 shootout. They went 8 deep, and they lost to the Calgary Fire in an early season game. I don't know how many shootouts the Pandas have been involved in, but Taylor out first to shoot for the Pandas. Gathers up the puck at center and skates in. She hits the blue line. Goes, shoots. Kieran with the save. So jacked up about that one. Right into the pads of Kieran. She stood tall, challenged the shooter, and out comes Petam Shan for the first shooter for the Raiders. Chance to take the lead here in the shootout. Petam Shan winding up. Gathers the puck up at center. Skates in. Makes a nice move. Scores! Petam Shan with a great move. Goes forehand, backhand, forehand, and puts it by Huggins. Petam Shan winding up. Gathers the puck up at center. Second shooter here for the Pandas. Looks like Fleming out. She tries to make a move. Kieran with the sprawling pad save. Slid across, stretched out the pad, and stopped the shooter. Game on the stick with McKibben here. If she scores, this game is over. McKibben winds up, gathers the puck up at center and enters the zone. Weaves back and forth, makes a nice move, tries to apply a hole, but a good save by the goaltender. Outskates the next shooter here. Jarvis coming out for the Pandas. Jarvis in a must-score situation for the Pandas. Gathers the puck up at center. Skates in. Hits the blue line. Looks to make a move. Kieran with the outstretched pad, and she stops her, and that's going to do it. The Raiders win. Kieran with 3 big stops in the overtime shootout and seals the deal for the Raiders. 2 extra points. on the board for the Raiders, and that's their 4th win in a row. Benko with 2 goals to power the Raiders into overtime, and Kieran shuts the door in the shootout. Pedham Shand with the beautiful move in the game winner, and that's going to do it for the Raiders for this weekend, coming away with 2 wins, 4 points, and some important traction in the standings. With that, we'll sign off after the teams shake hands, and we'll go forward for the next game. Raiders are off to a Notre Dame tournament next week, so there'll be no broadcast from this crew, but we'll look forward to watching some games out of the Notre Dame feed, and we'll wish them the best of luck at the Mandy Schwartz Memorial Tournament. I think the Pandas are there as well, so we wish them safe travels back home today, and good luck in the rest of the season. Raiders improved to 2-1 against the Pandas this year. Regulation win and an overtime win and a regulation loss. Signing off from the beautiful Seven Chiefs Arena here in the Tsuut'ina Nation. And we'll look forward to bringing you the next broadcast in the middle of December.